Here is a map of the most played sport in the world. As we can clearly see, the most popular sport in the world is soccer. Wait, what? Who dared to call it soccer?
That is soccer.
No, my friend, that is football.
With your foot, you kick the ball. Football. This begs the question why some people still call it soccer. And this football. You literally hold the ball with your hand, not your foot. And the ball isn't even the ball. It's an egg. It should be called hand egg.
But we'll ask the world. Is it called football
Or soccer.
If you're an avid fan of the sport, you must have one day stumbled upon this question. Is it called football or soccer? Ah, yes. Question that sparks an ongoing war and outrage among fans in every part of the world. Some call it soccer, others call it football. The people who call this sport soccer are from America, Canada, Australia, South Africa, or Ireland. And the people who call the sport football are every other people in this planet. And yes, you could argue that some countries call it futsal, football, futaball, but it's the same variation of the word football in the world.
We get that in soccer sometime, don't we? We get ties.
It's football, not soccer.
Oh, excuse me.
We all thought this debate was going to be settled with England and America coincidentally facing each other in the group stages. But unfortunately, the game ended 0-0. Guess we'll never know for sure if it's really called soccer or football. Unless we go back in time to see what really happened with the sport. Why some people call it football and others soccer. The game football is a very ancient sport that has been around the world for thousands of years. Beginning in England, whole villages and towns would play one huge game with minimal rules, meaning no position, no offside, no touchline, anything really. The player could also punch the ball as well as kick it. And the game also started to become more violent and destructive. The 90th century is when football started to rise in popularity. The game was taken as winter games between residents of house and public schools. For example, Winchester, Eton, and Charterhouse. Each of these universities and schools had their own rules of football. Some allowed hands and others only foot. And this is how the versions of the game started to birth both modern football and rugby football. The difference of rules made it hard for the schoolboys to play against one another when entering university. These different playing styles started conflict and were getting out of hand, so officials had to put a rule in place. In 1863, there was a meeting in the University of Cambridge to standardize the rules, for example, the size of the pitch, the weight of the ball, and more. After this meeting, this confusing sport was split into two sports, with printed rules for each. Rugby football was a sport where you can handle the ball and touch it with your hand. And association football was a sport where you cannot carry the ball with your hand unless you're a goalkeeper or if the ball is out. Most of the viewers of the sport were from the upper class of England, and they called the sport soccer. Wait, what? England people used to call football soccer? Yep, the upper class of England would call the sport soccer because the English would always add things and people a nickname ending with lers or ers. For example, J.R.R. Tolkien's was named Tullers by his close friends. Same thing happened with association football. They shortened it to A-soccer. Later on, the A was dropped and they called it soccer. The sport then became popular to the lower class of England, who called the sport soccer. So why did the name soccer popularize in America and not football? It's because rugby football was already a popular sport in America, and it would make no sense for them to change the name of a popular sport to another sport. Have you ever one day thought to yourself, why are football players paid so much? If you want to know, you can watch this video right here. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. I have been Football Man, and I'm out.